This is the second part of the video with recall Gavin Newsom being the subject. I'm going through an interview that Gavin did with Kara Swisher. And I'm going to interject a few times, and these are the reasons to recall Gavin Newsom. And now let's dive into the little bit of the interview that I've got for you.
Hey, if it's about the cheapest place to do business, California has never been able to compete in that. But the best place to do it, because we have mind share, we have the venture capital, it didn't just all evaporate in March. So
because whatever advantages California has, at some point the price you're trying to extract from successful people becomes so high, it becomes such a price to bear, especially when you're putting, as I stated earlier, money into diversity and equity, which is purely political BS. It's not even going to pay for roads and stuff like that, but paying $300,000 plus a year for a diversity and equity counselor at the University of California system is not only wasteful, but is completely counterproductive in terms of how we get along as a society.
I think former Governor Brown said it best, where the hell are you going to go?
Gavin, people are telling you where they're going. Texas, Tennessee, Florida, Nevada. Once again, the price you're trying to extract to fund your own political agenda has become too high. Newsom is absolutely exacerbating and amplifying the move out of state. All those people that pay the majority of the taxes that fund the welfare programs, the parks, are saying, "Niet, no more." The tax base of California is being eaten away because of him. You can't continue to raise taxes on people and expect them to stay. Eventually you squeeze them too hard and they try to escape.
Former Governor Brown said it best, where the hell are you going to go? And, I love Texas. Don't get me wrong.
Is that the new California motto? Where the hell are you going to go?
I don't know, but he said it. And
once again, a politician shifts the blame of his own statements onto someone else.
But it was an interesting point, because where are you going to get so many of the other things in the balance sheet?
But you are aware that I've lived there for 2 decades, essentially. And this is the first time I've had people really talking about not being there and not that they could figure it out somewhere else. I don't think that's true. I think they can figure out where they're going to go.
Yeah, and then that means, but it's not a zero-sum game.
Right.
What do you mean it's not a zero-sum game? What possible context could that have here? I know that you're doing a long-form interview, but people's internal calculations are based on one decision having greater worth than the other. The moment that the reasons to stay in California, which include the time, the cost, and the pain of leaving, and all the friends one has made, become overrun by the benefits, they leave, they go. Stating that it's not a zero-sum game is simply an idiotic statement.
Okay, I have a friend who just went to Utah. Beautiful. It may be the right thing for him.
Utah. Hey, there's another place that people can go.
They've made a ton of money. They have the ability to take their kids out of public school into private school, and they're doing that. And, I imagine they're not going to turn their back forever on California.
Why wouldn't they? Where the hell else are you going to go? They figured it out. Why would you move back to California and pay 13% more of their income in taxes, maybe higher, especially since they are able to find a beautiful, gorgeous state to live in by your own account? It's natural for a politician to be a cheerleader for the area that they represent, but Newsom is absolutely not based in any reality in his statements. He's stupid. At least he is at this moment of the interview.
And one has to be honest about that. There's no room for people smashing the windows of someone that puts their entire dream and life and family on the line to open a small business and just destroy that is some act of courage or exercise that as a freedom. You got to call that out. And I think we were a little slow, respectfully, Democrats, I thought, personally, to call some of that out when it was occurring.
Okay, now I'm mad because I believe this is such a douchey statement. When did he, as a leader in the Democratic Party, ever call it out personally? Did he call it out at the beginning? No, because a leader actually does that type of thing, a true leader. And Gavin Newsom, well, he ain't no leader. He is a feckless politician who hides behind his supermajority of Democrats in California to run the state into the ground. You realize that Antifa last weekend in Sacramento destroyed the cars of Trump supporters in a peaceful protest. Yeah, that's what you consider peaceful. That's what you want us to grab onto, Newsom? Why don't you go do something about it? Why not arrest all those a-holes? Because they aren't, and they aren't being prosecuted by your state. No, instead you want to institute prosecution-free zones for people to engage in such activities. Yeah, and of course, mask mandates, they don't apply to you at the restaurant, and the outdoor gatherings, they don't apply to Black Lives Matter either, you hypocrite.
At the same time, we need to protect and preserve and embrace the great traditions of this country, and that's peaceful protest. But more importantly, not just watch those protests passively, but to exercise the voice of those that are calling for something foundational to change and take heed and take leadership and responsibility to make change. So,
Once again, this is a politician who's giving what he believes is a slick answer. Black Lives Matter has brought literally nothing to the table except for defund the police. Yeah, let's listen to that revolutionary change that will destroy the foundation of our nation. You don't have to listen to every idiotic voice out there. Maybe that includes me, but that definitely includes Gavin Newsom. As people continue to flee the state, as you try to fleece your base, wanting to fund free healthcare for illegal aliens at the expense of the hardworking middle class that you purport to support, I grant you, being governor is not the easiest job, and not everybody would be adept at it. And that includes you, Gavin, which is why I fully support the recall effort that is underway to get somebody who is more competent in the governor's office. So continue with the recall of Gavin Newsom. Throw him out of the governor's mansion. Let him eat on his own dime at the French Laundry and not have all of the lobbyists of the medical community, of the people that also go maskless because the rules, again, don't apply to them, not when you're in the French Laundry. Oh no, Gavin Newsom. And that is why you should be recalled. Guys, spread this video around. Let people know that this is an option. Most people aren't even aware of it. And let's get him where he belongs, which is back at his winery, enjoying a drunken state. Peace and blessings. If you're new, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Once again, share the video. Thumb it up. Peace out, everybody. Have a great day.